Why do my nostrils whisper to me?
Lag is a constant problem on most Minecraft servers. Redstone tends to be a huge contributor to that problem, especially what's known as a piston feed tape, which is what you're looking at on screen now. Piston feed tapes basically cycle blocks around using pistons, and piston firing is one of the laggiest things in the game. But you know what else is laggy? Redstone dust. This design here, I'm pretty sure I invented it. I was just messing around one day and I decided to try doing this. This is a Redstoneless piston feed tape. It uses observers and powered rails to do block updates and other stuff to power the pistons. So, let me explain why it's better to use powered rails rather than redstone dust. Redstone dust, when powered, emits light, and when constantly powered, like what would be happening with the piston feed tape, changes the light level of the area around it a lot. And changing light levels, for anyone who's ever built a mob farm, is extremely laggy. Anyone who built a lag farm should know. Lag farm, what do I mean lag farm? Mob farm? Because whenever they fill in the final gap to make the area completely dark, there's a humongous lag spike. So, by using powered rails, which don't emit light, I could cause all the block updates necessary for firing the pistons while causing the least amount of lag possible. For anyone who doesn't know what a piston feed tape is, it's basically this. It has 4 different parts, each one a corner, that cycles blocks around in a pattern. Well, why am I telling you this when I could just show you? Definitely rehearsed, you can tell. Alright. As you can see, the blocks get cycled around and around by the piston, and this is basically what it is. There are many practical applications for this, like combination locks, shifting floors. A cool trick is you can either use honey blocks or soul sand into one of these, and you will actually get pushed along with the floor. Yeah. So, let's jump right into the tutorial, I guess. To build this piston feed tape design, you will need 6 observers, 7 powered rails, 4 pistons, and 8 solid blocks of whatever your choice. I've already placed down 1, so that's why I only have 7 in my hotbar. So, let's start with the bottom left pusher. So, first of all, that means it's going to be coming in from the top. That's how I'm going to build this one. So it'll come in from the top and then push this over to there. Yeah, makes sense. So what you want to do is, when this observer detects the block pushing, you want it to power this block here, which then powers the powered rail, and the powered rail basically updates this piston, because this piston has been bud powered, but it doesn't realize until after the powered rail is there. Alright, so it's being bud powered, placing the rail, and it goes. Alright, so now we'll build the bottom right, I guess. So, this is going to be the one pushing upwards. We'll just put it over here a couple blocks out. So what you're going to want to do is, first of all, have your piston facing upwards. That's going to push the blocks that come around here, and your observer that detects the blocks that comes in. So when this detects the block going up there, that'll push up to there, and it'll push along due to this one. So what you're going to want to do here is, you're going to want this observer facing downwards to power this powered rail. You're going to bring it down 1 and put an observer facing upwards to then power this piston. And it works. Good. So now we'll do the top right. I guess we'll do this one. Alright, so you want your piston facing this way to push the blocks that come out from here, and your observer facing in to detect what comes and push things forward. Alright, so for this one, you want the observer to power the powered rail down there, lead it up this way, and get another observer to then detect that this powered rail has been powered. So we'll just test that that worked. Yep. And now we pull this along. Make sure that it lines up with here, because if yours doesn't line up, it's not going to push correctly. And then we are going to aim this piston downwards. And this is the last piston, so you don't need your pistons anymore. And so now you're going to take your observer, place it into here so that it detects the block before it reaches. And what you want to do is you want to place a block here, which then bud powers this piston, or quasi-powering or whatever. No, I'm not good at terminology. And then you want another block on the side and 2 powered rails on top. Now you're putting the powered rails on top because something that not many people know about powered rails is that they actually update the block that's underneath the block that they're on. So basically, since the powered rail is on here, it's gonna update this block and this piston, which causes it to fire. So then you just fill in all the blocks and this should work. One very notable feature about this design of piston feed tape is that it's actually tileable, so that you can have multiple piston feed tapes firing at the same time. Now this is very good for stuff like combination locks, because then, you know, you can put everything next to each other and you can have a more compact version of whatever you're gonna make. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the tileable, vertical, whatever piston feed tape without redstone. It's all just powered rails and servers and stuff. Leave a like if you want to see a horizontal one. I'm probably just going to do that anyways. And thanks for watching. I hope this helped at least one person out on the internet.
Why do my nostrils whisper to me?